Alright folks, hello and welcome to another video. My name is Leader Grev and today I'm playing Vvvvvv. It's an indie game. I got it in the Humble Indie Bundle. And I decided, recently I've been playing several little games, just occasionally now and then. I've been recording it, simply for the sake of dropping a little commentary over it, because I can't really do that in my single player files, because there's a lot of involved stuff that I'm going to be doing in there. So I figured I'd take the games that I haven't played yet, and I'd take the opportunity to play them and, you know, drop some commentary over that. Not live commentary, but I hope you enjoy what's going on in the video. Anyhow, let me get to the basis of what I want to talk about. My commentary is going to be pretty random for a while, because I'm not really... A lot of stuff just catches my attention and I just want to talk about it, so here goes. Today I visited the Museum of Art in my little local neighborhood. It's a tiny, small museum, like 4 little rooms, with different stuff and assortments of stuff going on, and a lot of it was pretty cool. But what threw me off, and I don't know, it kind of bothered me, was the amount of what I like to call bullshit. To put it bluntly. There was a lot of art there that was pretty much, we slap one color on the canvas, call it a cryptic set of numbers and letters, and go on our way and say it's art. And that doesn't really fly with me, because there were some pieces like that that I could sort of understand what was going on. Like, there was one specific set of pieces, there were 2 pieces, and it was black and white paint smeared all over a small canvas, and there was drag lines made with a pencil all over it, and it was called Reaction. Or one of the 2 was called Reaction, I forget what the second was called, but something in that same vein. And I understood, you know what, maybe this is that person's, the artist's form of therapy. Maybe they had some sort of thing in their life, so they aggressively attack this canvas with black and white paint and a pencil. You know, what do I know? But the title gave it meaning. But then I looked at these other pieces where it was just one color and it was like water study, or a cryptic set of numbers and letters where there would be one color and then like a blotch of that same color just in a different tint or shade. And that, like, I don't understand why. What's the inspiration? For me personally, art always has to have meaning to an extent, and if it doesn't, it's a wasted effort. I always feel like there's some sort of involvement in what I do. When I do paintings, the ones I have the most fun with are the ones that are sort of out of my head, and that actually correspond to something that's important to me. Like, just right now, I'm actually working on a large-scale painting about SOPA, and on the flip side, about the mass hysteria that went out of the takedown of Mega Upload. So it's like a double-pieced, double-sided, not literally, but in terms of meaning, painting. And that's interesting to me because I have an interest in what's going on and what I'm portraying and the message I'm trying to get across. Last year I painted something about, or in response to Notch being for piracy at GDC, and I painted in response to that, and that sort of thing interests me, when I can express my ideas on canvas and be like, here is what I think, enjoy. And I don't see that same thought coming out of paintings where it's like one color. That's, I don't know, I don't get it. If one of you guys understands, please tell me, because I really don't. I feel like the art that comes out of personal ideas and suffering is much more powerful and much more meaningful. For example, today in one of my classes we were having a discussion about emotions and whether or not they should be bottled up or whether or not we should release them and how viable of an option that was. Somebody in our class was like, we should just bottle up all our emotions, and that was the stupidest thing I had ever heard, ever. The reason I do commentary to an extent, as of recently, it's kind of become my motto, is because I like getting things off of my chest and talking to people who can sort of empathize, I believe, and who have an interest in what I have to say and who want to listen to me. It's nice to be able to communicate with someone, to be able to say, this is what's on my mind, this is what's bothering me, and without having to worry about what you're saying and getting off your chest. Same goes for, I know, in rap. That's very much a motto for a lot of rappers. Dan Bull, who's actually fairly popular online, in his less gaming-related albums and music, he talks about certain, like, personal issues and how he won't put down the pen because A lot of that is self-reflection, and it helps him cope with the problems he has in his life. Other rappers that I'm familiar with do that. That's a pretty common theme. Authors do that all the time. And some of the greatest pieces of literature and film and art have been in response to suffering and this uncorking of emotions. So, first of all, like, bottling up emotions, stupidest idea ever. I'm not even gonna get into that. But these paintings that have no effort, that are completely effortless, like, just bland, no meaning, that really frustrates me. And you can always go, well, it has meaning because you're talking about it. Well, no, not exactly. Because there are a lot of things that I guess you could talk about that don't have meaning, that don't have artistic value. And if your artistic value depends on the fact that people are going to be confused and won't understand what you're saying, wasted effort. There are a lot of cases where you can bring out confusion in ways that are genuine, in ways that are interesting, in ways that actually reflect some sort of passion or skill in the subject. And just using one color, it doesn't fly. And, I mean, that just kind of really bothered me. That singular, that very narrow-minded approach, and I'm seeing it more and more in art nowadays, and in mainstream art, actually, rather. If you consider art in terms of like what the internet has given us with deviant art, with graphic design, then no, I think that art online and like the populist art movement, if you could call it that, is very much different from the classy, almost kind of pretentious and snobby art movement that's going on right now that will be recorded in textbooks, which is unfortunate, but I don't know. I can't really say much on. Anywho, if I remember, I'll get back to that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to see more content like this, or if you don't, just let me know. Vote for me for King of the Web. I really need your votes. Right now I'm in 10th place. Ideally, what I want to do is I want to move into 25th on the main leaderboard, so I'm entered into what is called Battle Royale. But, I mean, I'll take what I'm given. So, thank you very much for all the support. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.